in this celebratory moment, as the snow's falling, I think of our elders say, this is a blanket of a fresh start. So with that, I'm gonna say, welcome to my mom, Iona. She's gonna share with you and some uplifting messages. She is considered one of our leaders and role models and elderly people. She brings a lot of comfort and love and warmth into a lot of people, and she's given selfishly for decades and decades and decades amongst Coast Salish people. We've happily shared my mom with many people. She has 5 children, and she sacrificed a lot of time with raising her own family to be there for others, and we're gonna do that once again right now. I'm gonna share my mom with you all, so.
Hi, Chika baby. Good afternoon. This is kind of weird for me because I'm used to talking to people one-on-one. So technology is awkward. I'm wondering if, can the cameraman show the snow? Can you show that for a minute?
No, it's from my computer.
Is it?
Yeah, no, you can't.
No? No. Okay, darn. Oh, okay. So here on the coast, we usually don't get snow that often. So today's a blessing. I always enjoy having the snow, and then it being here of all days today. That even makes it more of a blessing. I'd like to just share what the winter solstice means just to me. You know, this is a hard time for all of us. We're so used to being in our winter gatherings now. So this year, this season is going to be a struggle for so many of my Coast Salish people, especially the younger ones, the youth. That's who I worry about. I worry about them. I want them to know that all of us elders, we're thinking about you and we're praying for you. And that's not just our Coast Salish. I worry about all of our youth across Turtle Island. I want you to know that us as elders pray. We pray for you. We want you to be safe. We want you to stay busy. Learn something new during the winter. That's what winter time was for our people. Before white people or anyone else were here on our land, we would be living in our longhouses. And during that time, that's when we'd be making our wool shawls. And I learned how to do that through Debbie Sparrow and Robin Sparrow. They had a course in Musqueam, and I was lucky enough that they were my teachers. And they taught me a lot about what it was to make one of those shawls. In our history, we had little dogs, and we would go up the mountains and get the sheep wool. And then we'd have to come home, and there's so many processes that we had to go through before we could even get it onto a loom. And those are the kinds of things that we used to do during the winter time. You know, this would be a time when we'd be able to eat our foods that we gathered during the summer. We'd be able to teach our younger ones how to do the things that we were taught, how to weave, so many teachings that we did was either verbally or by them just watching us. And, you know, when I think about that time, I can imagine all of our elders sitting in a longhouse, teaching the young moms, teaching the young dads how to make the things that we wear, how to cook the foods that we had at that time. And, you know, I get sad that I don't have the old people. But when I get sad, I think about the future. I think about the future ahead of us. And that's when I worry about all you kids. I want not just my own kids, not just my grandchildren, but all of you across Turtle Island. You know, to me, this is the Creator's way. It's hard to say this, but this is the Creator's way of showing who's going to be the strongest in the end. And you know, our people, we've been the strongest. We've survived. And we'll keep surviving. But it's up to all of us to keep telling one another that during this time, we have to stay strong-minded. We have to stay busy. You know, and winter months is the best time to learn. To learn how to, like for me, knit, weave, bead, you know, make new regalias for the upcoming powwow season. Make regalias for our longhouse. You know, this is the best time to prepare for when we're allowed to be back out in the world. You know, there isn't a day that I'm not busy doing something. So being at home during the winter months right now is okay for me because I learned from my elders to stay busy. So, you know, I really pray that all of you take that time to learn something new. You know, if you don't know how to do something, you can go and ask. You know, go visit an elder, put a mask on, go visit an elder and ask how to knit, how to weave, how to sew, how to bead, how to make regalia. You know, you can talk on the computer and ask for the help also. There's so many young women, young men that I know that know how to make things. You know, don't be afraid to ask. And this is the time to do it. You know, I really cherish our winter time. Before this pandemic happened, we would be gathering right now in our longhouses. We would be healing ourselves. I know my own children. You know, they've had to go almost underground right now to heal themselves. They've had to do what they needed to do in a house, not in our longhouse. But that's okay, because that's our way to pray. That's our way to heal. I'm really thankful for always having winter. Winter's always been a time when I've had my family together. I get to see my family all the time, not just my immediate family, but my family across the coast. I miss all of them. You know, if any of my family see me today, I say hi, I love you, I miss you. There's so much that we can share as elders. You know, I don't really consider myself an elder because I've got so many elders behind me. I'm still learning from them. They're the ones that guide me. You know, I sit and I listen to them, and I hear about the way it was a long time ago. And they were strong. They went through a lot in their lifetime, and as we also can survive this winter. It's only one winter that we have to sit back and kind of stay calm. Our elders on the island would say, "Lumatit, walk softly." I don't know how much more time I have.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Keep going.
You know, when we would be in our long houses, there would be nights where it would just be the elders that would just talk to us, you know, encourage us. They would tell us that we needed to remember what they were saying to us. We would have to sit there quietly, like how my family and friends are right now. They have to sit quietly and listen to what the elders share. And a lot of what the elders would share would basically be common sense, you know, ways of life, how to have kindness, how to treat each other in a good way. You know, our elders were never, they never talked mean. They never talked harsh. Only when they had to, when you weren't listening, then they would speak their mind, and they would teach you. If you couldn't learn, you know, in a calm manner. But most of the time, they didn't have to. They would just sit and teach us. A lot of repetition in our culture. I'm sure it is in all cultures across Turtle Island. You know, I'm really proud of who we are as Native people. We have so many reasons to be proud of who we are. You know, we have a way of teaching one another, talking to one another. It's amazing how our elders across Turtle Island would teach. You know, it's kind of hard for me right now to try to explain what we do in our longhouse because it's so sacred. We're not allowed to speak about it. That's how sacred it is. So this is kind of hard for me to try to explain what we do. But I know across Turtle Island, every one of you have your winter ceremonies that you do. And I hope and I pray that each one of you, wherever you come from, that you can at least try your best to do your winter ceremonies in a safe way. in our culture, this is our beginning. Today is our beginning, the winter time. That's when we have new people join us. The only way I can put it in a way. And a lot of times that's when we have our naming ceremonies, where someone would be receiving their identity. Many other ceremonies that we carry on during the winter time. Nowadays, we would be traveling from here down to Tulalip, Nanaimo, Victoria area. We'd be traveling to all of those longhouses, and at some of the gatherings there would be anywhere close to 1,000 people to 10 people. And in our gatherings, that's where we spiritually help one another and heal ourselves. And I know that that's what a lot of you out there have in Turtle Island, is places to turn to. So this winter, it's really hard because we don't get to travel the way we're used to. You know, every weekend my family would be traveling anywhere along the coast. And now we're at home. And just watching my own children, I know it's been really hard for them. And I keep talking to them and encouraging them to stay busy. You know, you can, in our culture, we can go up the mountain and heal ourselves up there. So I've always encouraged that of my children to do that. I really don't know what other cultures do during their winter time. I just know that you have something that you turn to. And I'm pleading with all of you to try to do it in a safe way. I don't know if there's much more I can share, Sade. Maybe the family can come back and sing with me.
Puppet change. Puppet change out of his clothes. I can help.
Yeah.
You can just.
You can come stand with me. Maybe you can ask me questions.
We're switching it up a bit. She's supposed to talk for 30 minutes. This is the first time she doesn't know what to say.
It's really awkward.
It is, okay, for real. This is awkward. We're not used to singing to a computer screen. We're not used to not having people all around us everywhere. So I agree. Mom, it is awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's definitely not what we're used to, but the North West Indigenous Council has an executive director named Scott Clark, and he said, use ingenuity. So we're using our ingenuity right now. We're doing our best to bring something good to you all, and someone's calling me. Hold on, I have to answer it after. So when my mom's talking about stay busy, go to the mountains, we can even relate this to myself. I've been going to counseling sessions, and I speak very openly about mine and my daughter's life experiences. I'm widowed. My husband passed away about 15 months ago, and with that, As an Indigenous woman, as a Salish woman, my ancestors and my elders left behind for me protocols, Salish protocols to follow in mourning. And I follow these protocols during this time right now, and it's very sacred. It's a sacred time to mourn the loss of my husband. It's a sacred time to mourn the change in life that me and my daughters are going through. So I want to speak on that a little bit, because with this pandemic, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's not easy. My brother down in Arizona, he messaged me yesterday. He said 2 of his relatives just passed away. They're elders. They're gone. Their language, their teachings, their stories, their lived experiences of 70 plus years is gone. That's it. This pandemic took them. Amongst so many other people, and our people are being hit very hard by this. There's a lot of people experiencing mourning right now, experiencing that loss of a loved one, that space that person used to fill. They no longer sit at the kitchen table with them and have dinner. You no longer can call them like, hey, how's it going? They're gone. There's nobody at the other end of that phone line anymore. Those elders are not with us, the children, the aunties and uncles. So with this solstice coming into a new season, and then this westernized world have a calendar they go by. And then Indigenous people across Turtle Island, they also go by calendar, so it's a new year as well soon. So we're being reborn in a number of different ways, and that's how I was taught with mourning the loss of somebody that close, is you're being reborn. It's a sacred time. So we think about across Turtle Island, we've lost hundreds, tens of thousands of people. There are a lot of different communities are coming into a rebirth, and there's going to be a lot of shifts. Whether somebody you lost is in a leadership position, or a young child, or anyone in between, all the generations and ages, there's a big shift that's going to come for our people. Those spaces and that knowledge, what those individuals and loved ones used to hold. And right now, like my mom said, we're gentle. We're gentle with ourselves. Because mourning is, you never know what your mind and your spirit and your love is going to do in the body we live in. How we're going to go forward with things. Each day is new and it's different as we're coming to understand life with that loved one passed away. And then right now, as the snow is falling, we think of our elderly people with white long hair. What they left behind for us in the teachings with this. It's a new blanket. It's a fresh start. When we walk out there, we're walking on clean Mother Earth, and the spirits are cleaning the air. And the air even, we believe, is alive. So as we're stepping out there, we're stepping into a fresh start. It's all new for us. It's like when my mom gave birth to me and brought me home, and she wrapped me in a new blanket. Or when me and my brothers and sisters received our Indian names in our ceremonial setting, she wove us Salish blankets and wrapped all of us in a blanket. It's a new start. And we truly can believe this. We truly can follow that, and it's uplifting. And nothing can change life and death. It's ultimate. It's for all of us. It's ultimate. And it's going to be there for each and every single one of us and every community. And this is a part of honoring our loved ones that have gone by continuing to live right now, by continuing to open our mind and our hearts and our spirits to practice our ways or find ways to revitalize them. Like right now is a good time to learn language, to learn how to pick those things up and spend that time like that. So we just want to give you all encouraging messages from the comforts of your home. Be thankful for what we have in our homes. Right now, I seen Alana Tutusis. She said, this year taught us to sit still. And this is coming from a very well-respected powwow individual, a mother, a grandmother. And I had the pleasure of getting to know her in Florida at Seminole Powwow, February 2020, sitting with her and sharing with her my lived experience and what I go through. And I seen her say that, and I just wanted to echo those words she said to us. It's teaching us to sit still and to be thankful for the little things we have, to be thankful for our ability to have a healthy body. I'm thankful my mom has not got COVID. We're doing our best to keep safe. My children, my in-laws, my elderly people, the youth around me, we're doing our best to manage a very difficult time. And then for our loved ones who have COVID right now, You have it right now. I'm sorry you're experiencing this.
We're praying.
We're praying for you all. And I'm sorry that you're going through these moments. And then our loved ones that have lost loved ones because of COVID. We send our deepest condolences. And with you seeing us in our regalia and showing you our children, our most sacred of what we have. We put our children in their regalia. We painted their faces. We put feathers on them and we're dancing them for you to uplift you. We're doing this for you. I don't have nothing more sacred in my life than my children. And that's not just my own biological children. That's my nieces and nephews. Those are my babies too. I fiercely protect them and they mean everything to me. So we're using everything we have. There's nothing more greater than our culture and our regalia. The things that we identify with as Homo people, we're using that to uplift you, to carry you on, to listen to us sing and to smile with us the best we can right now. We are very resilient people and we have the capacity to continue through this. And our people have survived so much of what we face here on Turtle Island, and will continue to do that. I have strong faith in who we are as Indigenous people of Turtle Island, and celebrating winter solstice. With celebrating, I think of everything we have across the board in life, everything we've experienced as people, and we're doing our best to bring that to you right now through talking to a computer screen, sharing with you the comforts of home. Hold on, I can check my phone quickly. Maybe my mom might want to.
With Sade talking about the winter solstice, there's something that people have said to me, commented to me, and they said, you know, you're so, you have so much culture. Why do you celebrate Christmas? And have you seen my house? I have Christmas everything. But it's more of keeping the family together, you know, having us together. It's not really Christmas, it's more like today. I mean, if I could have my turkey dinner today, I would have done it today, right? Because that's what the celebration is to celebrate our families. I too, before I go, I would like to say that I've really prayed for all of you that have lost loved ones because of COVID. I know it must be so hard to be at this time. So I pray for you, and I want to wish all of you, you know, happy holidays, and please be safe. You young ones, stay busy. Don't turn to the alcohol and drugs. You don't need it. Stay busy. I'd like to thank the North West Indigenous Council for allowing us to be here, to talk, to share. And I hope that everyone who's watching this enjoys your day with us. I know it meant a lot to the council to have this time with all of us, Indigenous people. And with that, I'd like to just say, Haichka, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.